Hello Borough fans, A.J.T here, welcoming you to our first ever episode of Tuesday's Transfer Rumours. Basically, if you don't know what the show is, well, I'm guessing you don't because obviously that's why you've tuned in tonight, so I appreciate you watching the video. But we're basically going to be talking over everything Borough, transfer-wise, including some world transfers as well. Stay tuned to try and see all them sort of rumours as well. But like I say, it's basically talking about ins and outs of what happened in the Middlesbrough loan deals, etc. And then talk about world football as well. But we get into this one, and Middlesbrough have recently, around about 4 or 5 hours ago, basically announced something on the club website saying our new head of recruitment is now Adrian Bevington. Bevington, I apologise if I said the name wrong. Basically, a little bit of background on Adrian was that he was England managing director of the FA from 2010 to 2015. He was also born in Middlesbrough. Born in Middlesbrough, worked for ICI as a trainee reporter, is a lifelong Borough fan as well, at the age of 47 now, so fantastic for him to get the job, well done. Well done, Adrian, on getting it. I'm sure he's absolutely over the moon, especially with being a lifelong Borough fan. He now works for the club. What more can you want as a Borough fan? He's also worked with a numerous amount of managers inside the world of obviously inside the world of football. The likes of being Kevin Keegan, Steve McLaren, Fabio Capello, Roy Hodgson, Stein-Goran Eriksson. So he does know some of the top gaffers inside the world of football. But if we get into some of the Middlesbrough transfer rumours that happened on earlier today, we've seen that 2 players have obviously departed. The one being here for 4.5 years on Teesside, Thomas Mayas, who came in 2014 from Real Madrid. He got tipped to be his great goalkeeper and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Borough fans will remember him for his great efforts against Manchester United in the Cup and Manchester City. But obviously Borough went to Manchester City, got bombarded in that first half. Shots coming in from the likes of James Milner, Sergio Aguero, etc. Borough dealt with everything. Bamford and Kike popped up at the end, 1-2-0. Obviously went to our next round and got beat by Arsenal 2-0 away. What can we do there? And then obviously a few years later, went on to play Manchester United in the Cup. 0-0, we should have took him inside the first 90 minutes. Went to extra time, it's still 0-0. Went to penalties. Obviously Thomas May has to save some great, fantastic penalties in that game. And Borough went through, and then obviously we all know what happened from then. But like I said, Thomas May, thank you for everything that you did on Teesside. It was unfortunate to not see him break through to the first team, but like I say, at the time Borough had Dimmy, and then obviously Borough had Dan Randolph as well. So that's why the guy never really got chosen. There was maybe better keepers of that ability in there before him. Also leaving the club was Martin Cranier. Martin Cranier I've touched on this week, saying that he never really made much of an impact. I know he didn't really get much of a game time. He used to come on maybe 15-20 minutes of each and every game. He didn't really do a lot, to be honest. You know what I mean? He came from Huddersfield. I don't think many people even know who knew who the guy was. Like I say, he came to us. He's only on a short-term contract, and like I say, when the guy left, good luck to Martin Cranier, to wherever you end up next. But unfortunately for you, it never really worked out in Middlesbrough. And obviously, Borough did loan out some players this season. The one being, the 3 being Lewis Baker, who obviously came from Chelsea, and all the hype around him. I really like the guy. I really wish that he would have got more of a chance than what he did. He did only have 12 appearances for Borough and only scored 1 goal. But it was a shame to see him. Go back to Chelsea after not really having a look in. Not having much of a look inside the first team. I do hope we get him back. In the sense, man, Borough do get him back. I hope he has more. I do hope that he has more appearances. We also have Mo Besic now. Mo Besic being a fan favourite straight from the time he came from Everton in January. Everton apparently want around 4 million. Or should I say they want in and around £8 million for Mo Besic, which is nothing in modern day football. Let's be honest, £8 million for a player these days, especially of his ability, is absolute bargain. I mean, look at Dan Randolph, who only cost us $5 million, and he's been tipped to be Borough's player of the season. So, Mo Besic, fan favourite. He's even got his own song. So for £8 million for Everton, I think Borough have got to give him it. I know they're getting a new manager as well, Everton. So will he be able to give us Mo Besic? He might want to have a look at him as well, this new manager. So who knows? But like I say, man, Mo Besic managed 15 appearances and 1 goal. I thought he got more appearances than that, but that's all he unfortunately got was 15 appearances and 1 goal. But like I say, man, Mo Besic 1 goal. We were there as Borough on TV, and we went another derby away to see him score that goal. Absolutely fantastic player, and I really do hope that we do sign him, obviously in the summer. Jack Harrison's another one. Never really got a look in as well, but he had 4 appearances, and every time he came up for Borough, every time he came on, he sort of had an impact. Ipswich away, look at Burton away. Do you know what I mean? He didn't make impact, unfortunately, again for him. He never really broke through that first team. Was that down to match fitness? Who knows? But unfortunately for him, he never really got a look in. But we do hope that Manchester City do give us him back because, like I say, man, I thought he was a fantastic player as well. I thought, you know what I mean, he shows some great ability. And you can see now to why Manchester City bought him for obviously bought him for the future. He's going to be one for the future, that's for sure. If you look at the lads that are actually returning, a few of these Borough fans may not even remember. The first one being Antonio Barahan. He obviously left Middlesbrough, went to Real Betis. He managed 17 appearances out there. Will he get a look in? Will he get a look in ahead of Ryan Shotton? Will he even be considered for the first team of Middlesbrough? Tony Pulis will obviously look at him. Tony Pulis will assess him. But will he get a look in? I don't see it personally. I think Borough may end up loaning him back out again. We look at Julian Dessart, and I've actually put from Belgium because we don't actually, well, I can't pronounce the name of the team that he's come from. It's a bit too confusing. It's a proper Belgian team. And again, he only has 7 appearances out there with zero amount of goals. So again, it wasn't the most successful loan spell for him. Look at Ashley Fletcher. He obviously went to Sunderland. The poor guy actually got dumped off to Sunderland on loan. Anywhere in the world but Sunderland, but unfortunately got dumped to Sunderland. He managed 16 appearances and 2 goals. And Martin Braithwaite, now he's just secured Europa League football with Bordeaux. Now, is he going to come back to the Championship? Well, as a Borough fan, so he is actually on loan. Will he want to stay, knowing that he's just got the Europa League football with Bordeaux? Or will he want to challenge outside the Championship again? Who knows? In my own head, I'm thinking that he probably want to go back to Bordeaux and obviously go and play Europa League against the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't think he want to be going to the likes of Shrewsbury and Blackburn next season, so it's completely up to him. And also some more transfer rumours now. Obviously, we've seen that 2 players that could be leaving the football club recently are obviously Adama Traore and Ben Gibson. Adama Traore, yeah, will he leave? It is a massive possibility that guy could leave, especially given his ability, his pace, the way that he can beat a man. And like I say, there's two big Premier League teams that actually want him at the minute. It's Chelsea and Tottenham. They're actually leading the race for him, rumoured to be leading the chase for him. £30 million, there or thereabouts for Adama Traore. Yes, Borough fans may not want him to go, but if you get £30 million out of the Championship for a player, that's mad money. And obviously, what I mean, giving Tony Pulis £30 million to go and play with in the summer. Like I say, man, he might be able to recruit some special players. We also look at Ben Gibson. He's actually one of my most favourite players at the club. He has been for a long time, ever since I see him make his debut against Huddersfield back in the day. But yeah, Ben Gibson, £20 million to Southampton. Now, Mark Hughes, we know when he's at Stoke, he wanted him. We know Mark Hughes is interested in Ben Gibson. Will he again take him? Who knows? But we hope he doesn't. We hope that Ben Gibson will stay with being a Borough boy. But it's reported that he could go for £20 million. So like I say, man, could be £50 million there of 2 players. That's exactly what Borough spent inside the summer. We could get that back. That's it. Who knows? I mean, £50 million inside the Championship once again to Tony Pulis. I don't think he'd get the whole. I don't think he'd spend the whole £50 million. I don't think he'd be inside a kid like a sweet shop and just like Guy Monk was. But I think £50 million is there. I think that's quite enough money for Tony Pulis to go and buy some good players. Not the likes of Peter Crouch that Borough have been linked with. Apparently we could get Peter Crouch on a free. Yeah, we hope that doesn't happen, personally. I know a lot of Borough players, I know a lot of Borough fans are actually pretty happy with the fact that, obviously happy with the fact that Peter Crouch could be coming to Borough on a free. Why Borough fans are happy with that sort of move, I will never know, because I personally don't want Peter Crouch. Yes, he may be good in the air, but so is Daniel Ayala. So why not put him up front? Why do we need Peter Crouch there? Do you know what I'm saying? But I say, man, just to get through a few now, transfer rumours or should I say players that could possibly come into Middlesbrough once I can actually speak. We've got Denis Kollinger from Lokomotiva Zagreb. Yeah, that was a little bit of Russian/Polish there, and he's still got about 2 years left on his contract. But he could be coming here for $1 million. That's all they want from him, is just £1 million. I think he's about 6'6", 6'5", that sort of region. Defender who wants to come to England. Now I think there's a few teams chasing him, including Reading and Middlesbrough. I think West Brom are in there as well. So it looks like the guy could be coming to the Championship. Now if he's half decent, and given the height that he is, to put us out with Ben Gibson, and this guy turns out to be a decent little player, or should I say a decent big player, because he's about 6'5", you know what I mean? Borough might have a bargain there for £1 million. I mean, look at Dan Randolph for £5 million. This guy's going to come in for $1 million. We might be alright there. And obviously Peter Crouch, I've already mentioned, could be coming on a free from Stoke. No, it's alright, Peter, mate. You can stay there if you want. Now then, if you look at other transfers based on world football, this is something that I spoke about at the start. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the first part of the video is always going to be about the butter. Second part about world football, and there's been some mad transfers, rumours going about, and some that have looked pretty much done. If we get into one again, Buffon. Now Buffon, legendary keeper that he is, you know what I mean, spent his whole career pretty much at Juventus. Could be going to PSG. Now this one, the source comes from Sky Sports News, as you know, Sky Sports News have reported that it could be going to PSG, or that deal is pretty much done. So yeah, I mean, for a move to him to go to Paris, will he go, will he not? Well, it looks pretty much confirmed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everyone knows that he is going to be leaving Juventus. Obviously, everyone knows that Buffon will be leaving Juventus this summer. So PSG is a team that he could be going to. Good luck to him if that's where he goes. We look at Willian. Now Willian, I've seen this one about. I've heard it from a few people as well that he could be possibly going to Manchester United this summer. Maybe to go back with Mourinho. Like I say, he obviously worked under Mourinho, and like I say, man, obviously if you look at the likes of Mata and Matic and now possibly Willian, he's basically just buying Chelsea back when he's putting him in Man United shirts, you know what I mean? But good luck to Willian, that's where he goes. I do think that will improve, because obviously we are seeing the likes of Martial could be going out of Manchester United, and incoming could be Willian, so that's a great bit of business of Manchester United there. Robert Lewandowski, once linked with a move to Blackburn Rovers, could be now going to Chelsea from Bayern Munich. Now he has been reported that he did ask the Polish national side if he could have a little bit more time this summer to try and get this deal over the line, so it looks like that could be happening. If he goes there, does that mean that Morata may be moving out? Morata may be only spending one. Obviously, as we all know, he did move from Real Madrid in the summer. Obviously, that's the last summer. He might have only been able to manage the season, because if Robert Lewandowski goes there, I don't see Morata getting much of a look in, to be quite honest. Neymar, the guy who went to PSG for around 200 million, is now saying that he's very unhappy. Well, I'm not being funny, Neymar, but if that was me, I would not be unhappy. No, I just moved from Barcelona for 200 million. He now wants to go to Real Madrid. Now, this guy, like I say, from going to Barcelona to Real Madrid, he's got a lot of steel between his legs, because I tell you now, that would not be me. I would not be moving from Barcelona to Real Madrid, or Real Madrid to Barcelona. We all know what happened to Luis Figo when he did it. He got a pig chucked at him. So, or should I say, a pig's head chucked at him when when Luis Figo went to go take a corner. He got a pig's head chucked at him from moving clubs. So yeah, Neymar from PSG to Real Madrid looks like it could be done. Will he go for more than 200 million this time? Who knows? But like I say, that's as much as we know. Eden Hazard. This one looks to be getting pretty much done. Again, a big money move. Eden Hazard. Chelsea never qualified for the Champions League. This season actually qualified for Europa League, which may be the fact that they could be losing the likes of Willian and also Eden Hazard to Manchester City. Now, obviously Willian, as we know, could be going to Man United, but Eden Hazard looks like he's pretty much going to Manchester City for around worth £100 million. Is he worth it? He probably is around. He's probably worth it. I mean, it's crazy saying that someone's worth 100 million, but I would say yes. I would say Eden Hazard is pretty much worth £100 million. And that's where he's going to go. He's going to go from Chelsea to Manchester City by the looks of things. And for them to get obviously from Man City to get Eden Hazard on their wing, along with Sane and Sterling, David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus, they're just becoming the elite of England. They're going to be absolutely fantastic if they can get Eden Hazard, and especially if they can get him to play as well. And we're also seeing now, this is a little bit of a mad transfer that I've seen. And will it happen, will it not? But if it happens, I will be shocked, because this guy was playing non-league football. You know what I mean? This guy was playing, what was it, about 5 or 6 years ago, he's non-league football. He's going to quit football to go and be a rep in Ibiza. He then went and won the league with Leicester City. Antoine Griezmann could be leaving this club. That is right. Atletico Madrid want to sign Jamie Vardy. Now, this guy's having a party no matter where he goes. But Antoine Griezmann could be leaving Atletico Madrid, come to England. The chance that he could be coming to Chelsea or Arsenal, Antoine Griezmann. But yeah, Jamie Vardy could be his replacement. So it could be Jamie Vardy, Diego Costa, Atletico Madrid next season. Who knows? Who knows what could be happening with Jamie Vardy, man? The guy's the crazy dude. But I say, we will see. But I say this actually brings the end of Tuesday Transfer Rumours to a close this week. I thank you all for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you guys next Tuesday for some more transfer rumours. It's been A.J.T. You guys take care. Peace.